Today's Vlogger 786. 786! And I just realized my hairdo changed.
Good morning. Tough little guy, thankfully. I'm back in Paris and I'm not going to be here for very long, so I figured that today I would talk a little bit about what to expect in the near future. I mean, theoretically, it's been a while, I feel like, since I've touched base with various goals, plans, plots, things that have come, gone, all of that. I also need to sit down and get caught up on a little bit of computer work, which is the most exciting thing in the world. So it's going to be kind of a combination of like, today's just going to be, you know, transitioning. Today, for me personally, because I'm leaving town again tomorrow, so you know what's going on. I just read this interesting article. Laura sent it to me, and then I also saw Hank Green had tweeted about it, and now of course I'm seeing it bouncing around. I can link to it below, but it's this article that details just kind of YouTube burnout, like how hard it is to keep going for a lot of YouTubers and how people fall apart and their lives come apart, and I don't know, it's kind of dramatic. I get it, because I definitely feel a lot of the pressures myself of making a video every day, trying to stay in good contact with you through comments, messages, email, whatever. I definitely feel it, but I also, maybe it's because I'm still pretty small on YouTube. I'm actually really small on YouTube still, so maybe it's because the pressures just haven't mounted to that degree yet, of like the outside social pressures. But I also feel pretty good about where I'm at and where I'm going. And even though it is pretty exhausting and stressful sometimes to make a video every day, it's also not that bad. But I think that's because I've been doing it for 2 years, and now maybe something in me is broken. I don't know, we'll talk about that a little bit today too, but I'm gonna go get coffee and a waffle because darn it, I earned it with all those grapes I picked. I absolutely earned it, let's go.
This is an interesting question. Like, I'm trying to think through, like, what are the major stressors for me right now? What am I in danger of as far as burnout is concerned? This article's got me thinking, because I feel pretty good overall. Obviously, I feel a little bit tired from cutting grapes all weekend, but otherwise, I get some burnout. I'm out and on my way back. It was just sitting and getting caught up. I've got the blah, blah. We'll figure this out. My Todd, thank you for the stamp collection and the deodorant. That's very nice of you. People are gonna start thinking that I must smell really badly if I keep getting deodorant as a gift from overseas, but you know what? It's fine. I'd rather smell good. Anywho, lots of stuff coming up in the near future. So let's talk about what's looking forward before we talk about like the stress points, because I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about the stress points and what makes what I do kind of a challenge, but I feel really good overall about life and what I'm doing right now, and I don't have a hard time empathizing with burnout because I've been burned out in a number of ways, and even very close to it doing this at a number of occasions. But I'm fortunate enough right now that I am not anywhere near burning out, I don't feel like. Even though I've been really tired lately, overall I feel really good. The direction of life and my creativity and all of it seems very positive. Should probably be eating more when I'm actually, like right now I'm at least an hour overdue on lunch, and apparently just going straight home right now. So it's gonna be another hour before I eat at this rate. But what's coming up in the near future, since I'm feeling this scattered right now, is, well, we're going to Cannes this week. If you're interested in seeing yachts, I have some friends from Mercy Ships that are here that are transitioning soon out of their time with Mercy Ships, if they haven't already, and are going to be buying a catamaran and sailing around the world. We'll get more details on how that's all gonna look over the next few days, but we're going to Cannes together to look at those boats in person at a yacht show, which is not my usual venue, but I'm looking forward to spending some time down in the south and on the water. So that sounds like a nice time to me. We got an Airbnb down there. So that's coming up this week. The week after, I'm gonna dedicate to the vlog. It's gonna be the week of the vlog, and I'm gonna talk about all kinds of things. I'm gonna make that video finally on how I vlog, because people keep asking for it and I keep not doing it. But I think I'm up for the challenge. So I'm gonna make a video on how I vlog, which will lead us into camera comparisons as I look at upgrading to the next camera level, as it was a goal that we crossed Patreon, and I've been wanting to get into it. Why I want to get into it, why I want to change from using my phone, because I've done it just with my phone pretty much this entire time. And just like make kind of a self-aware week of talking about vlogging, why I do it, how I do it, and where I'm going with it. So that's all coming up, along with changes and upgrades to be made to the chateau. The room to chateau situation is on its way in the next month or two. Audiobook that I need to do, all kinds of things. There's a lot of really fun stuff coming up, just lots of work to do. So I want to get on top of it. That's kind of a little glimpse into the future. Now I need to go underground.
My back's a little bit tired, but it's like a good tired. I feel really good from this weekend. I feel reinvigorated. I still haven't done anything about the lunch situation. Just came home, dropped myself off. I made, you know those moments where you meet somebody, just, this is random, this woman sat down next to me in the metro and talked to her. I didn't really look at her until like we were getting off, and I almost hit her coffee out of her hand when I was leaving, so I apologized, we both laughed, haha, it was nice, had a little moment, and then when I left, I was just trying to say like, well, have a nice day. Well, you know, with your eyebrows, try to make an expression like, meh, have a, you know, kind of like friendly, maybe mildly flirty, but really just kind of going for like, well, it was nice to meet you, have a nice day. That's what you're trying to communicate. And instead I like mid eye contact and was like, I don't even know what I did. I was already getting off the train and I just immediately felt like an idiot. Those are fun moments. Hopefully she took it well. Hopefully she got the positive vibes out of it and not like, I don't know, anything weird. Things you wouldn't have to worry about if you just refused to interact with other human beings. Anywho, on the other side of the future stuff is past stuff, and working in the environment that I've created for myself and looking at vlogging from the inside. We'll talk about it more next week, but this article, I guess, for one thing, when I hear people on YouTube who complain about how hard it is to YouTube, I struggle a little bit because I make a video every day and I've been doing it for 2 years and I enjoy it, and I do it because I enjoy it, and I do it for myself. First and foremost, the vlog is for me. Like, whether it's recording history, telling stories, like trying to just kind of make a regular journal for myself every day so that I can look back on it and remember all these fun things that I can't remember now because I'm sleep deprived. I really am, I make this because I enjoy it. I vlog because I love to do it. Otherwise I wouldn't have done it for so long and I wouldn't have put so much work in. So a lot of times when people end up complaining about, especially the results of their success on YouTube and the pressures that they end up under and all that, like on the one hand, I want to make sure that I'm sympathetic because I understand a number of those pressures. I've felt them myself. I've definitely struggled with a variety of things that go hand in hand with doing something like YouTube and sharing your life on the internet. And there's always like a new realm of something weird and struggle bussy about doing YouTube. I mean, life's already weird enough and struggly enough when you've got to cringe over the way your body language miscommunicated to somebody on the metro, and then combine that with the fact that for all I know, she actually knows who I am. Maybe she's a fan and she's just like, wow, he's kind of weird in person. Who knows? There are definitely strata of problems, and yeah, there's a lot we could talk about in that realm as far as being recognized in public, or just the sheer volume of communication that goes on between myself and you. There's, well, or maybe not if you're not the type to comment, but there are a number of people I do end up communicating with regularly, and there's a sense of, yeah, this could definitely be overwhelming. I don't know how to express the feelings that I have around so much of these kinds of things. This is why I don't normally talk about it on my vlog, because on the one hand, I want to be empathetic, like I was saying, and on the other hand, sometimes I just want to tell people to toughen up. But the other thing is most of you aren't making YouTube videos, so you probably don't want to hear my thoughts on other YouTubers and YouTube world of problems, which is another reason I just don't talk about it that much, because I'm not here for that. Like, I'm here for you, and I'm here for myself, and I'm here to make cool stuff because I enjoy making cool stuff, and I want to keep learning and growing and being just a better storyteller every day. And those are things that I can work on and focus on and concentrate on myself, that don't rely on any externals to be successful, to be satisfied, to really find my way in that And we could talk about all of that at some other time, but I just think it's interesting. I've had a number of people share that article with me, and because people are genuinely worried that I'm going to burn out. But there's also a difference between being really, really tired, which has happened recently, just because I haven't gotten enough sleep and I've been bouncing around a lot, and being on the verge of burning out. I think that I'm finding a really good balance between creating content and living my life. When those two are often very conflated, like I am trying to share my life in a very open and honest and real way, but I also do need to have some boundaries, not because I'm particularly worried about sharing most of what I share. It's more that just in any given day, it's probably not healthy if I wake up with a camera in my face and go to sleep with a camera in my face. I do need to give myself some time to wind down in the evenings, to have some time with friends and not worry about my edit. And while there are some circumstances and types of videos and things that are going to require that I dedicate my entire day to making a video, especially now that I have the increasing luxury of being able to do this as my job, it's all the more reason to build boundaries into it before I let that fact as well drive me towards overdoing it all the time. So all that to say, lots of good stuff coming in the near future, as far as really busy. Yachts, and I'm not getting a yacht anytime soon, but yachts and redoing the room. I want to do a bunch of stuff. I kind of have an idea what I want to do with the storage across the way. I'd like to turn it a little bit more into a little bit of a workshop for myself, be able to do the drawing and stuff that I want to do, but also the voice recording that I need to do. And I have ideas. It's not a lot of space and there's not a lot I can do with it, but I definitely want to play with it a little bit more. So we'll see what that looks like here in the near future. I'm going to be working on revising Agnar's box. I'm going to dedicate a couple of weeks to really focusing on that with my mornings and trying to get that out and available by the end of the year as best I can, or at least get it rolling. Like if we do a Kickstarter, try to do a Kickstarter before the end of the year so we can pop that Agnar's box bottle. And there's just a lot of really fun stuff like that. Lots of good stuff, lots of projects. And it all ties down to me right now and this is one of the reasons why it's so important that I have Kate and that we're working on developing a working relationship there as far as her being my assistant, is making sure to get myself as organized as I can be and get my thoughts down on paper, get my life put together in a way that is sustainable and is something that is productive in the ways I want it to be and is prioritized in the ways I want it to be. Writing is definitely a high priority for me, and I need to make sure that that is acted on, that I really make it a top priority in my schedule as well. So I have a lot to be thinking about, a lot to be plotting and planning, but I will keep you up to date as it goes, of course, because I'm here every day to keep you up to date. But tomorrow we'll be taking the train out of here, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I need to get lunch. Okay, quick update while we still have daylight. I've been working, you can see, I've got my measuring tape out and so forth here. Trying to figure out how I can fit a couch in here. Basically, the desk is gonna be about the same depth and almost the same width as the table that I have here, but of course without these obnoxious legs getting in the way of everything. And if we're gonna have a couch, I'm only gonna have like so much space to put a chair. So they have different like widths of couch you can get. Trying to find one that's not so narrow that you can't fit people on it, but not so wide that it's useless, or that it makes my desk useless, I should say. So that's what's going on here. And this is about the gap over here that I'm gonna have to make for the stairs. I mean, I can't see what you can see, so I think that should do it. But this gap here is about 48 centimeters wide, which is as wide as the stairs / shelving is gonna be, or drawers. So I'm just trying to messing with that. That's one of the things I've been doing. I've been kind of cleaning up as well. Besides measurements, trying to put my life together a little bit. Also, I haven't been filming on the wheel much because I haven't really been using much. I try to step on it about 15 minutes every once in a while when I can. I'm actually getting pretty good at it. Don't be disappointed. It's just a little bit of wobbling that you've missed out on. No spills or anything like that, but I feel like I just made a breakthrough, so I'm going to demonstrate for you. And then I'm gonna eat dinner with Brian. I don't think we're gonna go very far because it's getting late. They're running late and I'm tired. I don't wanna go very far. So I think we'll stick around here and then I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. But check this out. The return was definitely a little bit wobbly on that one, but I didn't even have to touch the wall to make it back and forth. I think I'm gonna be good at this soon. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for more exciting developments. Look who broke in. Come on in, you guys. Or well, I guess I don't have to hold this open. You're wearing matching hats.